We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Tigers have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Illinois' offense comes onto the field first today. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found it. Transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
And let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
Illinois right back to the line. All right, guys, let's chat about Illinois. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. To the air, it's Karapateas. A strike downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, giving him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So LSU's offense will go to work for the first time. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I'll tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds a spot in the middle. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking for a man. It's Karapateas. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Let's talk for a second about wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Handoff from the gun. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Under fire. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Tight end now in motion. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. That's the kind of play that can really get get you going as they get it out to the 36. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Back to pass, it's Karapateas. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe of the 48.
And the defense registers their first sack, and they're bringing pressure from the second level. They're going to do a really good job in this game changing up the looks, trying to confuse this offense.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here at Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from me. I know it from experience. I remember my true freshman year playing at night here in Death Valley. That was the first time in my life I understood what the term hostile environment meant. This place is scary when the crowd gets involved, and that sack right there is going to light them up.
They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Hauls it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Nice job. Listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play on. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Illinois. The defense does himself with a 6. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Give to the back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. From the shotgun, the inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's...
He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Converts on fourth down, still going. LSU will get a first down. New set of downs after a completion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and you're like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Scanning the field, it's Karapateas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
Pressure coming. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Stanford unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks there on the farm of what things were like when Bill Walsh and David Shaw were in charge. An A-plus performance from the Cardinals. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Morris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Third quarter will get underway as soon as Illinois kicks it off. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense.
There he goes. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the run.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Breaks the tackle. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Illinois lining up quickly. To throw, it's Karapateas. Finds his back in the middle. Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. There he goes. Touchdown, finding Illini. And that one will put him up here in the second half. They'll line up to go for two.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, explode.
Lets it fly. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field. But interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
From the gun, running back on the move. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's complete to the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. How good has this offense been on 4th down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to go for it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and 4. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Out of the gun, they give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Runs through the tackle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play and miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. He'll get rid of it. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It would be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Makes the grab on the left. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. The play action fake. Here's a heat. Got his man on the right. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Illinois right back to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The corners are walked up tight. Pulls it and fires to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass. It's Karapateas. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This should be the last play of the quarter. couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. This one's complete. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. It is perfect. And now they regain the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. ULM was able to walk off the field there in Monroe with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Give to the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Morris.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one. LSU right back to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown LSU! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Karapateas. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it on the outside. Turning it on. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Quickly out to the tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. He's got him. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. The option look. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Now second down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. Looking downfield, it's Karapateas. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They'll stop him short on third down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. They are running out of time and very little choice. Down 5 late. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Illini. They move on top here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Maldonado. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Maldonado. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. The Tigers have a lot of options on second and inches. This time they'll go to the running game. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Zings it complete to the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
If you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Sends it back in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to pass. It's Quinn. Got his man quickly. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And the defense has a big decision to make here. You've got the lead. It's late in the game, 4th quarter. Critical 4th down. Are you going to sit back and play safe in coverage? Or do you want to get aggressive and get after the quarterback here if you're anticipating pass?
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Illinois offense returns to the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field.
Pulls in the deep ball. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Line gets set. 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, that one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a 1st down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position to win this game.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, 4th quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. Let's see what happens on 3rd.
Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
It is go time. What is in your bag? What is your play call? Going to be 4th down now. I have to have this. I'm trailing. This is what every quarterback dreamed about in their backyard.
A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.